Hello everyone, my name is Melodramatic Melissa. I am a fourth year medical student and this is part 2 of how to study. Now, if you haven't already, I made a part 1, so go watch it. How to study part 2, I'll be teaching you how to make your study timetable. So you need 2 things, a printed calendar and a cute notebook. So in making the study timetable, we have 3 tasks to do first. Firstly, you need to write a list of your core subjects in school. Secondly, you need to decide what time suits you best each day and how long you're willing to spend on study. Thirdly, you need to dedicate 2 days at most, or at least for rest. So we're going to make a timetable together. Okay, so let's make that study timetable. Since my demographic is mostly students just getting out of secondary school and also first year medical students, I'll be putting subjects that you will most likely encounter. So if I were a secondary school student, I would be thinking of my sciences, so biology, chemistry, physics. And if I was a first year medical student, I would be thinking of anatomy, histology, biostats. Let's put that in there. Right, so this is a list of my core subjects. Now, I have to dedicate what time suits me best in each day of the week, because if you're going to school and your school starts from, let's say, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., realistically, you need 1.5 of rest when you come back from school, and then you'll be starting to study. So you can't dedicate one time that suits all. So on Monday, if my school starts from 9 a.m. and finishes at 3, I'll be setting study time from, let's say, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And Tuesday, it most likely will be the same, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Wednesday, let's say I have a half day on Wednesday, and this half day finishes at 12 p.m. So I will be putting it from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. to 3, 4, 5. Now, let's say on Thursday, I don't have morning classes as a college student, so my school will start from 1 p.m. ideally. So when would I start studying? If it starts from 1 p.m. and finishes at 5, then I'll be thinking 7 p.m. to 9 or 10 p.m. And on Friday, we're back to the normal routine of our 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So with this, we've dedicated the time that we'll be able to study, and we've decided to put between 2 to 3 hours of study for the first week. Next, you need to dedicate 2 days for rest. So I like Wednesdays, so on Wednesdays I'll be doing nothing, and I'm gonna dedicate Saturdays for rest. But it can be whatever you want, as it gives you something to look forward to. So now we've written our list of core subjects. We have dedicated the time that suits us on each of the specific days of the week, and we have dedicated 2 days for rest. Now, when preparing the first week of your study timetable, you get your notebook, you write down the first day. You won't be doing too much on this day as to not overwhelm yourself. So on Monday, we've decided that we have 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to work with, and we're going to choose only one subject this week to really focus on. So from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., I'm going to put in biology study. And then from 6 to 6:30, I'm going to put in rest. And now you've got 6:30 to 7 p.m. to do whatever homework or tasks or flashcards you have to do. We try and go as light as possible on the first day of our study to not overwhelm ourselves. And you're going to do the same for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Of course, our Wednesday will be our rest day. Now, you do the same for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday with just one subject. And in your second week, you're going to start incorporating your second subject. So let's try and incorporate anatomy next. So to our second week, excuse my handwriting, on Monday, we would have dedicated 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., but we can start raising the stakes up a bit to 8 p.m. So 5 to 6, we're doing our biology, and we're resting from 6 to 6:30, rest. Then from 6:30 to 8, we can incorporate anatomy. On Tuesday, again, we have 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. because we've increased the time we're going to spend studying. 5 to 6, biology. 6 to 6:30, rest. 6:30 to 8, anatomy. And we can add in some Anki flashcards as well. So we write out our timetable from Monday to Friday, and next we incorporate it into our calendar. So assuming we've just started October again, start from the 30th of September here. On Monday, our task to do today is biology. So I'm going to slot in biology right here. Tuesday, biology. All the way, and Wednesday, rest. Thursday, biology. Saturday, rest. We're also going to slot in the time we've decided. So 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I think on Thursday we had a later class. So we're going to put in here 7 to 9. Now for our second week, we again still have our biology. But I believe we added anatomy in as well. So now we have biology and anatomy. Biology and anatomy. And again, you slot in the time you decided. Yeah, this is a very rough draft. I have my main one over here. But anyway, yeah. And again, we slot in our rest day. Wednesday, our rest day. Saturday, biology, anatomy, biology, anatomy. This is your first 2 weeks. I don't encourage you to do any more than planning for 2 weeks, because if you're doing the entire month and you can't keep up with one of these days, you're going to be so disappointed in yourself and you're going to think, oh my God, I have to start afresh. But no, having a 2-week calendar ensures that you actually stick to the plan and you can move things around when it suits you. Okay, so what would your finished product look like? So our finished product is that we have a full calendar for 2 weeks, and we have our list of tasks already done for those 2 weeks, or 1 week if you prefer. The best part about this calendar is once you're done with a day, you can just cross it off. And also once you're done with a task from your notebook, you can cross it off, and it makes you feel a sense of achievement when you've crossed or took something off. And then when you have your rest, you can also cross that off as well. And when you've done your last bit of work to do, like your homework or whatever else you have to do, you can cross that off. And yeah, that's a whole day of productivity done. So we've got our calendar, we've got our notebook, and what we're gonna do after making this calendar is we're gonna pop it up on our wall right here, and we have a daily reminder to do the task we've set up for ourselves. So if I was a first-year medical student or just a final year student in secondary school trying to figure out a study timetable, this is how I would do it. And like I said, get a calendar, get a little notebook, list out your core subjects. Start with one subject in a week and then slowly start to incorporate another subject in your second week. Only make a timetable for the first 2 weeks of the month and see how you get on with this. And I think that's it. Bye. Stay tuned for my next video. Like and follow.